Cancer, hello there my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late December 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Cancerians. Hope you're all doing fabulous and feeling festive. Get to have your cards read by Kyle Claus this week, so let's get it going here. My gods, talk to me. What do we have for the Cancerians in late December as we finish out 2023? Let's see what's up. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cancer in late December. We're getting ready for the new year. Just want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever it is you celebrate. It's going to be a good one. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people here. That's a holiday card if I've ever seen one. Whether that's a lot of energies or a lot of people, it's a very intriguing energy for us to start off any reading with. There's a lot of layers to it. Before we fully dive into that though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So if you look at the imagery, you see that man, you see that woman, you see all the different photographs of people here. So I always say, like, that's a lot of people in your energy, okay? So maybe you're a little more popular than you normally are. Maybe you're doing a lot of group activities and stuff like that. Like I said, very holiday-esque type of energy where there's gatherings of individuals. So if this isn't a lot of people in your energy, it could literally just be a lot of energies coming towards you, right? Like maybe you have a lot on your plate, feeling a lot of different things. Everyone knows the Cancer Collective, and all water signs for that matter, are very intuitive and empathetic. So just know you might need to guard your energy a little bit, protect your energy when this card is here, because it could be overwhelming sometimes. Okay, so not bad. I also say this card does have little links to social media or social connections in that sense. So maybe for some of you, there is something surrounding social media, whether it's a business thing or whether you're trying to cut back or whether you need to use it for something. It's showing up there. But let's get into tarot. And I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up here one time for the Cancerians. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. Definitely an intriguing vibe for you last week too. The reading was titled A Big Return. And what I was picking up through most of the reading in multiple places was the energy of things coming back around, okay? Whether it's people, whether it's situations, whether it's behaviors. To me, it felt like a boomerang type of energy where things are going to pop back up. So remember, that could still bleed over into this week. There still might be certain things popping back into your life. But, I mean, it's up to you whether you like that or not. But let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get you 3 cards here to start you off. What do we have for the Cancerians, my gods? As we finish out the year, what's up with my friends? Thank you. All right, Queen of Swords energy, huh? All right, that's not water sign energy. So surprise, surprise, we have another person or people showing up here. Position number 1. Interesting. Let's get a couple more. She is stern. She is very serious in her ways. She doesn't seem too holly jolly. Hey, look at that. We got the 3 of Cups. These people, they seem jolly, but look at this other person. That might be a Grinch type of person right there on the front. Let's get you one more. So yeah, once again, lots of people showing up in your spread as well, Cancer. All right, we have the World. Interesting. Okay. I don't want to speak on that too much just yet. It could just literally be karmic or cycle-based. Also links in. So you have a lot of little subnotes of holiday energies here. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. At first look, first glance, and a lot of people, a lot of other collectives have been feeling this too. There's a lot of internal energy here. We have swords, we have cups, the mind, the emotions, and heart. So interesting stuff, but one is much more lighter than the other. We have a very powerful karmic cycle-based card here for you as well with the World, okay? And I'm just getting these intense energies. Like, remember, lots of people, lots of things. Same thing with that World there. So we're really going to want to piece this together like one by one and build this story out. So in position number one, we're starting with that beautiful Queen of Swords. This is air sign energy. So this may be a Libra, a Gemini, Aquarius that you are connected to. And as I was saying, it's also a strong divine feminine energy as well, like an older feminine energy. Doesn't have to be, but whenever I see the Queen of Swords, she's like the opposite of water sign energy. Whereas like Queen of Cups, water sign energy is like super emotional, very emotionally expressive, nurturing, caring. This one is like pretty stern, to the point, no frills, very serious. So for some of you, maybe you're in this mode, right? This is someone who is like, we are not amused type of energy. It could be someone taking something very seriously as well. Or there might be something with a situation. With the Queen of Swords, it's just no BS, right? It's like truthful, straightforward, to the point. Now, a challenge with this card is it can represent someone that's cold, right? Someone who's cold or emotionally cut off in one way or another, emotionally unexpressive. But the Queen of Swords is also extremely intelligent, very smart, plan-based as well. So it could represent planning and strategy. Notice that this Queen of Swords is looking at this group of people in the center with the Three of Cups. So that's why I said maybe that's a Grinch in your midst, or maybe you're not feeling too festive, right? It all really depends on what you're going through. But position number two, we have the Three of Cups. Beautiful energy here, okay? Often this card shows up when people are celebrating, right? It's merriment, it's joyousness, it's happiness. You see those people, they're raising a toast, they're having a really good time. So for some of you, maybe that's the mode you're in, right? It's the holiday season, end of the year. Very common for people to be in this energy. It could just be a win of various different kinds. It could be a victory of some kind as well. So I love the Three of Cups. It gets a bit of a bad reputation. The Three of Cups could also represent a person you're connected to, someone that's in your circle of acquaintance. So we really want to see what's up. Now, a challenge with the Three of Cups is that this could be a card that is overindulgent, okay? Like someone that parties it up a little too much, someone that's having a little bit too much fun. So that's an energy for us to watch out for as we move forward. Now, moving to the back end, we have the World card. Very powerful, in-depth type of energy. It's one of the more in-depth cards in the whole entire deck. So it is the last of the major arcana. So sometimes this could represent the close of a journey, the close of a cycle. Once again, we're nearing the end of the year. That's the World card, like personified. It's not like a permanent ending. It's the ending of one chapter moving into another. So it doesn't mean like, hey, watch out, beware, there's certain endings coming in. We'll have to clarify to get more detail on it. But it's like the close of a chapter. The World is angelic. It's karmic. It does speak about the cycles of life. So there might be karmic situations or archetypes that we want to look at further here. And one thing I always say with the World is that it could, in my style, I interpret this card as representing the world at large, the world itself, like world events. Like this might be representing someone that's paying a lot of attention to what's happening in the world today, whether for good or for bad. So we'll really want to dig into this a lot deeper with the World, because it could be so many different things, and it's like a big stage type of energy. This isn't like a small, insignificant type of energy. So I want to dive deeper on all this stuff, Cancer. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for the Cancerian, see what's happening. My guides and spirit team. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Queen of Swords here. See what she has to say for herself. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Cancer, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Queen of Swords time. What's up? Why is this Queen of Swords in the mix? Thank you. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so a goal or something that you take seriously, you could come out on top in regards to this. We have the Six of Wands. Notice this is another festive holiday type of card. It has the wreath or the laurel right there. That person is celebrating. This is the prototypical card of victory. This is the prototypical card of coming out on top. This person takes something very seriously, and it's gonna show in the results here. This card, sometimes it could represent somebody that has a bit of an ego. I'm not feeling that whatsoever. For a lot of you, this is a beautiful energy for us to start off with, because just like the Three of Cups, it's a celebration. This person is happy, they're victorious. So for a lot of you, if there's a certain situation you're taking very seriously, or connection, relationship, whatever it might be, something that is very important and very serious to you, there's just beautiful energy surrounding it. So to me, Spirit is saying, like, the more serious you take this, the better the outcome. So for a lot of you, it's a serious winner victory, and I love it. Love this energy, and it's very simple, straightforward, cut and dry, very similar to this Queen of Swords. Okay, I don't feel like this is an egotistical energy. Now, I will say this, for some of you, if there is somebody in your group of acquaintance that is very egotistical, you might want to keep them at arm's length for the time being, because this could be a little clash of that energy. But for the most part, I feel like the more serious you take something, the better the result is going to be. So whether it is a connection, whether it is a work thing, money thing, or just enjoying yourself, I'm feeling very good energy here. I was picking this up in a few other signs as well. There's a lot of celebration around you. There's a lot of energy of celebration, so I would claim this. This is beautiful stuff. We're going to keep moving in to that Three of Cups. I don't feel like we need to overcomplicate this. It's just beautiful. It's claimable. We love it. So let's see why that Three of Cups is in the mix here for you, Cancer. Maybe it'll give us a little more detail. Or we could be looking at a person as well. What is that Three of Cups here? Really want to get over to that world, though, right? Because everything's looking okay so far. Yeah, Eight of Swords is somebody that really needs to take a load off. They need to relax. They need to cut loose. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse underneath this Three of Cups. Yeah, some sort of stress being relieved here, some sort of burden coming off of your shoulders. Now is a great time to cut loose and relax here, Cancer. This is just lovely energy we have up front. Really, this is like chef's kiss. Now, the Eight of Swords could generally be a card of someone stressed, anxious, nervous, feeling trapped, all that stuff. When it's in reverse, it's this burdensome energy lifting. So once again, these first two alignments are wins and victories of various different kinds. And once again, if you've been going through some tough stuff recently, or even if things have been a little neutral, now is a great time to like cut loose a little bit. Like, that is really the energy Spirit's given right here in the center. Like, enjoy yourself, right? Like, yeah, maybe you do take certain things very seriously. Maybe there are certain situations you're going through that you are like deadly serious about. Spirit's asking you to lighten up a little bit. Or that might be someone in your circle where you might need to tell them, like, hey, lighten up a little bit. Like, it's giving me that vibe. So we're just going to keep pushing. Once again, this is very easy going, go with the flow. Wins and victories all over the place here, Cancer. Lovely, lovely energy. Let's see what's up with the world, because I think that's the only thing that could possibly rain on our parade at this time. But let's see why the world is here. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Yeah, I would claim these. I would claim these. For a lot of you, I see the next coming week, regardless of what you're going through, beautiful energy here. You might feel refreshed and rejuvenated after this coming week. So let's see why that world is in the mix before we do our recap. Love it. You know me, if there were tough energies or warnings, I would give them to you straight, and I'm getting good things here. Okay, all right. So we have the Page of Swords in the upright underneath the world. This is a bystander of some kind, like somebody watching something lapse or watching something happen. This could be someone you're connected to that's like glued to the TV or glued to the news. I'm picking that up here. Now, the Page of Swords is the watcher of the tarot deck, and I was picking up something very similar in the Pisces reading last week. Now I'm getting it for you. There could be somebody keeping tabs here, right? Especially if you've recently had a falling off or a fallout with somebody. There might be somebody wanting to keep tabs or that will be keeping tabs, but if not, this is someone that's like plugged into current events. And I just want to say this, remember in the beginning we had this card that could be of social media. Now we have this watcher looking at the world. Like, this is somebody heavily plugged in and invested showing up as well. So I feel like it's multiple things. I don't feel like this is your energy here on the back end, but specifically if you've had a falling out with somebody, they are keeping tabs in one way or another. There could be someone that's watching. I don't feel like it ruins all the good stuff we have up here in the front, but I mean, it is what it is, right? You can't control what other people do. You can only control your reaction. But for some of you, maybe it's you just plugged in with the state of the world and what's going on, paying extra close attention to these things, okay? And I don't feel like it's necessarily a bad thing, but it's giving me that bystander. Like, I mean, there's all I could do is watch, right? What can I do? I'm just going to have to watch. Let's go through and do a quick recap here. Lots of people, okay? Like with the Three of Cups, now we have double court cards, the World card even. There's like a lot of energies of other people around you, but most of them are beautiful. Let's go through before we get into the shadow card. Position number 1, lovely. We have the Queen of Swords with the Six of Wands. I was given that message that the more seriously you take something, the better the result is going to be. So this could be a serious win or victory, and it feels really, really good to me. A cause for celebration all over the place, so it feels really nice. I did say keep your distance from anyone that's a little egotistical. You might want to keep them at arm's length. Moving to the center, we have the Three of Cups with the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, relax, take a load off here, enjoy yourself. Like, let that stress lift. Once again, multiple wins and victories here in different areas of life, but this is Spirit possibly saying like, hey, yeah, take your things seriously, but make sure to cut loose a little bit. You might need to tell somebody else to lighten up as well. Moving to the back end, we have the World card with the Page of Swords in the upright. Was giving me the vibe of somebody keeping tabs or watching, so maybe there is you're under someone's microscope, especially if you've recently had a falling out. But it was giving me that plugged in type of energy where someone is just like plugged in and observing, especially with all the stuff I saw with social media. So do with that what you will. I don't feel like it's a make or break type of energy. It is what it is. Please take a screenshot of that if you want to look into it further. Let's get you a shadow card here. Okay, I'm going to shuffle it up one time and get a shadow card for the Cancerians as we end off the year. And as you know, I always like to pull a shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you, whether it's something you don't quite see. Doesn't always have to be a challenge. Sometimes a shadow card could be a good thing, right? It could be a good thing coming in. But yes, oh yes, if you've made it to this point, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it down in the comments below. It is a beautiful way to support the channel, and I appreciate all my lovely channel members. Okay, no pressure. Let's get you a shadow card here. What's in the shadows for my friends? Thank you. Five of Pentacles. Someone might be feeling a little bit of solitude, not necessarily saying it's you. The Five of Pentacles, and you see in this rendition of it, we have our good friend Sasquatch. We have Sass looking at the campers, like outside looking in type of energy. And although we have so much good energy here, this could show some sort of lonesomeness. Now, I would say for some Cancerians, watch out for financial things in this time. This could be a card of like somebody that needs to budget or watch how much they're spending. Okay, so it's not a bad energy, but it could be a little bit of pain. There could be someone around you, if not yourself, feeling a little isolated, feeling a little bit lonely, which is odd when we have so many people in the energy as well. So you might need to reach out to somebody when this energy shows up in your shadows. Another thing with the Five of Pentacles, it could also represent somebody that has feelings of abandonment, like, oh, I feel like they've left me out in the cold, or they've left me off to the side. So not saying it's you, but you might need to know that there's somebody you're connected to that could feel that lonesomeness or abandonment. Okay, I'm not saying whether that's good, bad, or indifferent, but the energy is showing up in the shadows. And once again, this is something that often comes up around the holiday season, right? So do with that what you will. Maybe Spirit's just asking you to look at it, not to solve it completely. But that's what I have for you this week, Cancer. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the December subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the November subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for December, I'll be giving away 3 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. It's one of my favorite new decks out there, and it's really enjoyable to work with. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments, what do you think tarot is best used for? Is it for looking at love situations, the past, the future, energy checks? Whatever it is, you drop your answer down in the comments below. And as always, the winners will be announced at random at the end of December. My friends, as always, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.